welcome back to a quick gameplay of Blue Rider, a game I got from, wait up, PlayAsia, exclusive from East Asia Soft. It's the limited edition, of course. I also got the other one they released. So here's the thing with East Asia Soft. They are I'm not entirely sure developer, but at least a publisher of small indie games that are actually pretty much up my alley. And the thing is, they are the ones behind Söldner X2. And Söldner X2 had such a massive success with limited run games that they were like, holy damn, holy shit, we're gonna do this too. So they teamed up with PlayAsia, a really popular import website from, I think it's Hong Kong. And they announced, hey, we're also going to sell Söldner X on PlayAsia. And that was really successful. After that, they announced Blue Rider. After that, they announced Castilia EX, the one I got, and they're saying that, yeah, they're gonna, release a lot more, digital games, physical, just like limited run. It's really cool. So let's check it out. They also actually, because of PlayAsia, it doesn't cost as much as, the limited run games. This game cost me 28 bucks. Okay, first right at the bat. So it is sort of a shmup, but more like a top-down. And I'm not entirely sure if the gameplay is that slow. Oh, I think it is. It should be that slow. I remember a couple of PlayStation 1 games actually played like this. Okay, so the gameplay is on purpose very slow to, of course, aim your shots. That is kind of logical. So I'm playing this game because I'm waiting for Neo to update. I just bought the DLC. Oh shit, I can't wait! I can't wait! I can't wait! Hold, the soundtrack is good! No, I got hit. Oh, you also have like... Oh, but you have a couple of shots. What's up, H Brand? Yes, this is a physical game. Again, it's from East Asia Soft. They teamed up with PlayAsia and they are going to release physical collector's editions. So it's not like a limited run where you just have the game. This is a physical collector's editions and it has all kinds of goodies in it. I will definitely do unboxings for this. So yeah, you can still buy it on PlayAsia. No, I did not have to pay any customs. Lucky for me. No, I did not. Can't remember if you have a couple of shots or just... What's that? Oh, you can actually kill it. Ah, didn't know that. Well, primary weapon upgrade. Yes, I have heard rumors about a major Capcom game. I mean, it has to be like Monster Hunter, or a new IP, or Devil May Cry. Like, Resident Evil is too soon. I don't know. For also interesting news, did you hear about the Korean horror game that's coming out in August by Ps4? That's coming out digital and physical for PC and PlayStation. Really cool. Maximum health. I miss that. I truly do. Like the older games where you have like maximum health, it says maximum health. Or a weapon upgrade, weapon upgraded. Double kill. Headshot. I've actually seen a new gameplay for Quake. It looks cool. It's not gonna come out on PlayStation. Maybe PS5. Or maybe at the end of PlayStation 4. I expect PlayStation 5 more. That will be super cool. Maybe. By the way, H. Brand and everyone who's watching, did you hear the analyst, Patcher, really famous one? He's at it again. He said that every generation after this one is going to be smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. That's actually something he said at the beginning of this gen. He pretty much said that this generation is going to be the last gen because it's going to be the worst selling gen. It's Patcher again. Of course, I mean, he could state the obvious. But when we see like the huge success of the Switch, a $300 underpowered gaming system selling like freaking hotcakes, the time of the consoles are definitely not over. I actually suspect with the PlayStation 5, you know, a true 4K 60 frames, that we're actually going to have even better support for the hardware. So I'm like, no, it's not gonna be smaller. I mean, sure, at the end, real consoles will die out, but it's not gonna happen next gen. Patcher is such an idiot. Like, really, he's really annoying. He really doesn't know anything. Really, like, he's really idiot. I don't like the guy. Patcher is pretty much always wrong, or when he is stating the obvious. Like, I think he also said like, the Switch is pretty much sold out, and Nintendo is selling every system they can produce. Like, yeah, that's what everyone is telling. That is stating the freaking obvious. But Patcher is such a fucking idiot. By the way, 6 weeks until E3. I can't wait. 6 freaking weeks. Why can't I use my other weapon though? Wait. What the hell is that? I hope the game gets a little bit more difficult, because this is kind of like super easy. Like, really. I mean, you can't actually pick like a difficulty, so it's just easy. First blood. Okay, so where do I have to go? Oh, stage complete. I guess that the difficulty for this game is when you die, you have to start all over again. At least that's what I think. Sprint. Oh, okay, L1 is sprint. Oh. Yeah. I've actually heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, people say it's already debunked, that Monster Hunter 5 is actually going to be announced for PlayStation 2. that would be pretty big. That would be pretty big. I don't see it because you know many are already saying like that it's a false rumor, but that's the rumor that I heard. Of course, there has already been rumors popping up that PlayStation 5 is coming out next year. And some people actually believe it. Like, how the fuck can you believe something like that? Really? Seriously? Can't you think of for yourself? Of course that's not gonna happen. Some people really think that the PS4 is like 5 years old. Dude, it's 3 years old, okay? In November, it will be 4 years. It has... Holy shit, I died. Did you see it just now? Yes, I just saw... Oh, okay. So you can skip to the next part. I like the music in the game, though. It's cool. Oh, so you start with the whole beginning. Okay. Hey, wait up. Isn't that the first? Oh, no, it's not. I think it's not. Oh, no, no, no. Why did I do that? That was lame. That would be cool, too. Like, I do hear, you know, on the internet, like, occasionally, that there are, you know, a couple of people, I'm not entirely sure how many, they're kind of, I won't say sick of the Monster Hunter's, you know, battle system, but they definitely think like, yeah, you know, Monster Hunter should go to the next level, you know, be more, I don't know, open to new players, graphically should be better. The new game by Namco Bandai, though, it is pretty much guaranteed to be on PS4 at least. I mean, graphically, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So I'm like, can the Switch handle that? Maybe, maybe. Is it coming to Xbox? Most probably not. So I can definitely see it like a PS4 PC game. And it seems to be like a anime-ish Bloodborne. Mixed with more of an open world. I really don't understand why they're like really picky on major platforms. Or maybe they're gonna announce like, hey, you know, we're in a partnership with Microsoft and it's coming to Scorpio, maybe? That would be weird. Or maybe they call major consoles also the Pro, like PS4 and PS4 Pro. But that would be weird. It's pretty much the same system. Weapon upgrade. Neo, when will you be ready? By the way, H Brand, did you see, and everyone else who's you know, checking this video out, have you guys seen the new gameplay for Crash Bandicoot? Holy shit, it looks so good. It pretty much looks, and it feels that it plays the same, yet it has updated graphics. That is so cool. That is so cool. Like a new Dragon's Dogma, that would be cool too. Like if they fixed a couple of, you know, respawn issues, it could be really cool. I mean, You know, all the games that came out in the first couple of months, especially like the Japanese games, it really shows that, you know, if you have a quality title, your games are going to sell. It doesn't matter if you're from Japan or China. Nobody gives a shit. The only thing gamers care is the game good. So I definitely suspect, you know, that Japanese developers are kind of moving away a little bit from all the fan service and all the wacky ass games like I won't say Senran Kagura, but those type of games. And really, I'm going to focus more on like bigger, more, you know, double A type of experiences. You know, for example, you know, Tecmo Koei. I fully expect them to kind of try and a game again that's, you know, kind of the same quality as Neo, and kind of slow down with milking Dynasty Warriors. Like, I fully expect the new Dynasty Warriors, its quality to be next gen. You know, to finally be like a next gen game and not just a rehash of, you know, PS3 stuff. That's just a suggestion, but that's what I think. It would also be cool if they would release like Monster Hunter Online in the West. I mean, like, I would rather have like a single player experience, but if the game would be, for example, or cheap or pretty much like free to play, that would be cool. That would be cool. Near Automata. It's kind of funny that like the Neo DLC is, you know, it's $10, and that the content for Neo or content for Near Automata is $15. They're like 3 costumes. Who gives a shit? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Xbox Scorpio, it's not going to be $400. I really don't see it. It is almost impossible for Microsoft to make the Scorpio $400, or if they're gonna have massive losses, and I don't think they're gonna do that. The Nintendo Switch is becoming more interesting. Let's say it at least at that. Like, especially the smaller games that are coming out and the Japanese support that it's getting at the moment. I am definitely, I have seen like gameplay of like Mario Kart and Zelda, and like every time I especially look at Zelda, I'm like, I want to play this. Like, I want to play this, but I don't want to spend $300 or euros on a system that, you know, I still need to play Persona 5. I'll just say that. You know, that's like one of the many games I still need to play. It will be PS3 level losses, and like Microsoft, of course they can take those losses, but investors won't be happy. You know, wait up 5 seconds, by the way. It says that Neo has to download 3 hours. Like what? It said 60 minutes just 20 minutes ago, but now it's 3 hours. Costless gaming, Microsoft can take those losses, but you have to consider that investors and the big bosses of Microsoft, they don't want to lose money, they want to make money. So if they have a small part of the company that's making millions of losses, they are not going to be happy. That is logic. They won't be happy. I mean, even if Xbox makes just, a couple of bucks of profit. Holy shit, I'm totally being destroyed here, by the way. Maybe I should go back to the first level, so I can at least get the better power-ups. Because this, I'm getting destroyed. This is definitely like one of those games where if you die, it's better to start all over, so you get all the power-ups. Oh, you can of course go faster, that's true. Well, let's just try it out. What's up, Fanatic Co-Filmas? Yes, this is my physical copy. This is the first time I'm playing it, and it's pretty good. It's good. Like, it's pretty hard, first time. But the game is really cool. I'm really looking out for the other game. It's called, was it Castilia EX? That seems to be a really cool Metroidvania style game. It reminds me of Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, that's a good thing. It looks really cool. And actually, now that I talk about the music, you actually have a CD soundtrack with the game. That is cool. That is cool. It kind of makes you wonder why limited run games are pushing out games for 25 bucks, without anything. Yet this game cost me 28 bucks, including shipping, and it got all kinds of goodies. It's kind of weird. I got a primary weapon upgrade. No! Did I still get hit? I think I did. And yes, I'm really bad at these type of games. That's okay though. I'll get better. I'm also downloading Alien Nation. I can't freaking wait for that game. They're from the same developers as Super Stardust and what is it? That other game with all the zombies. I forgot the freaking name. But I almost had the name. Holy shit! And also the developers of Resogun. Dead Nation. Hey, finally. So they made that, and they're now making that Next Machina. Looks really cool. It's a shame their games are not physical. But if Alien Nation is good, and if you can actually play it offline, I will buy the physical Asia English release. Yeah, I got a small upgrade. Of course I'm gonna be destroyed. Yes, it's kind of Ghosts and Goblins. It's really cool. Ah yes, you mean, I don't know how to pronounce this. Yuan Sword, the Gate of Firmament. That's the Chinese RPG I played yesterday. It's a Play Asia English release. It's the first Chinese game ever released on PlayStation. So it's really cool. At least physical. That's playable in English. Yes, it definitely reminded me of the PS2 era. Like, I want to play it more after I play the other games. But the battle system, it's interesting. it plays fairly good. I mean, it's not rock solid gameplay. It's it's not really next gen, but who gives a shit? It looks pretty cool. I'm definitely interested in how big the game is. What's up, Dog Lord? How are you doing? Tomorrow! Oh my god, tomorrow is a big day for me. Me and a friend of mine, we are going to Distance Worlds from, of course, the music of Final Fantasy. It's here in Holland tomorrow, and we can't wait. It's kind of funny. She's actually not a gamer, and just for curiosity, I actually asked her today, like, do you even know what Final Fantasy is? And she said, no, I've never played it. And I'm like, but why do you want to go, to the concert? And she's like, oh yeah, I know that, that video game music is really good. And she just likes that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. What's that? Kill it with fire! Oh, maybe he's like a helper. He's gonna help me. That would be cool. Dark Lord, this game is a top-down shmup, a shooter. It's really cool. Pretty much what you're seeing, that's how the game is. Yeah, it's definitely not a AAA game, but it doesn't matter. It seems to be really interesting, and especially the music and the art style is really cool. Of course, I mean, it's Chinese, it's different. My opinion on VR. I actually had the VR when it came out. And shit. So what my problem, I played VR a lot. The first 2 weeks. I played it a lot. I loved it. VR has given me gaming experiences you can never have on a television. It's just absolutely impossible to have that. Especially like when you're in space or in a car. Res Infinite is amazing in VR. Bound is beautiful in VR. But here is why I sold my VR pretty fast. Besides Resident Evil 7 and maybe Farpoint, there was nothing that was coming out at that time that I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I spent $400 or 400 euros on my VR system to play this freaking game. And I have to admit, now we're a couple of months later, and there is definitely a lot more content for the PlayStation VR. A lot more, like Resident Evil, Farpoint, there are a couple of smaller games, indie games, and if you want Japanese games, there is Summer Lesson in English, there is going to be Dead or Alive, so there is definitely more VR content coming out, but here is why I think you should wait. The whole VR technology, at least for PlayStation 4, you can clearly see that the PS4 is not built for VR. It's not strong enough for VR. Even though the VR experience is awesome, it's also low resolution. You can clearly see that you are seeing a screen and that everything is kind of low resolution. At the end, it doesn't matter because your eyes will adjust to it. But I definitely expect, on PlayStation 5, when VR comes out with 1080p or 4K, it doesn't matter how strong it's gonna be. that experience will be much better. If you buy PlayStation VR right now, you are pretty much prototyping for not only the developers, but also for Sony to say, hey, is there a market for VR? And how does it work on a console? Now, because it has an external CPU with it, the frame rate is rock solid. That is not the problem. The problem is many games are pretty much demos and it's low resolution. Sort of. So, if you really would ask me, like, should I buy the VR now? I would probably say no. Because it's too expensive. But if it would hit like $250, you know, if you really want to play it, sure. You know, if you're like, oh, Resident Evil is like the best game, whatever, or Outlast. I think Outlast also supports VR. Of course, No Man's Sky is going to support VR. That will be really cool. The other game, what is that one? The game that's coming out? It's really popular on PC and on Xbox. It's also the space game. It's going to support VR. Gran Turismo is going to support VR. So those are kind of the games where you're going to be like, you know, maybe I should pick it up. But the one point that will always be there in this generation is you're going to play a prototype. It's not the full VR experience. You're going to clearly see it is kind of low resolution. But you will still get one of the best and most impressive gaming experiences ever. Really, like, ever. It is really cool. Yes, it was very experimental, and you know, again, I will keep saying it, is that VR gave me one of the most impressive experiences I have ever had. I felt I was in space. I felt I was in a car. I felt I was in that room with that wicked ass bitch. I truly felt I was there. But they were all small demos. They didn't really feel like real games. You know what they should make? They should make like Warhawk, like they wanted to make it on PS3, with like massive scale battles, and then with VR. Or wait until the No Man's Sky patch comes out. Can I wait 5 seconds? Okay, so sorry. So I actually checked out why Neo is, you know, taking so long. It's actually because all the other games are updating, like Final Fantasy. So that's why it took so long. So I paused all the other updates. So hopefully, within a couple of minutes, I'll be playing. Well, you know, the update will be released for Neo, and I'll be playing the DLC. I can't freaking wait to play the DLC for Neo. I've heard it's only like 8 levels. I don't give a flying fuck. Like, I already had €2 on the PlayStation Store, so it cost me $8. Who gives a shit? I want to play more Neo. I want to support this game as the best I can. Yes, wait for E3. You know, I don't know how popular VR is. I don't know if Sony sees a market in it. But, I mean, they're definitely going to at least talk about it, like, hey, we still have these games coming up. Maybe they will announce, or they will talk about, Gran Turismo for VR and No Man's Sky for VR, at least. I hope they're not gonna talk about it too much, but they're at least gonna talk about it. Oh yes, definitely. If you have VR, you can download a free app that has a couple of games. And there is one kind of a childish game that looks like a childish game. It's a platformer, and it's pretty much one of the most awesome platformers ever. It looks really cool, and it plays fantastic. Like, I let my nephews play it, and they were 6 years old, and they were they were almost fighting. Like, I want to play, I want to play. It was awesome. Yay! You have Farpoint that's coming out. You also have that Star Blood. That game seems pretty cool too. So you already have a couple of games for it. But I mean, are there big hitters? Maybe Farpoint would be cool. That's like the only game I'm like, yeah, that could be cool. Die! Maybe, but at E3 they're at least gonna maybe talk about No Man's Sky or like Gran Turismo. Just like last E3, where, they briefly talked about VR. That's what they're gonna do again. Hey, what's up, Triforce? Nee, ik had niks gehaald. Ik heb al genoeg... ik had van... ik had die Castilia gehaald op PlayAsia en Strafe. Op die nieuwe website die ook zoals Limited Run gaat worden. Die was ook iets van €30. Dus ik vind het wel weer genoeg. En ik heb net de DLC voor Neo gehaald. Dus. Neo. Ik ben nou wachten tot het geüpdate is. Well, like, it does seem that they have updated the game a lot, and it seems that the game is a lot better. So, I mean, they should keep updating No Man's Sky and at least release like a complete edition. That would be cool, so I can finally play it. Because I'm pretty much not buying No Man's Sky because it's an incomplete game. And why would I support that? Ew. Yeah, I mean, with the new updates that I've seen, like, it's a lot better. But of course it has to be, more updates. Like, it would be cool if you could create your own empire, have space battles, have your own fleet, you know, fly on different spaceships, you know, bigger ships, battleships. That would be cool. Maybe even colonize the world, you know, have your own empire. That would be cool. I mean, if I can pick it up for like $5, I will. Or at least below 10. But at the moment, I'm like, yeah. Well, maybe you played it before all the updates. I mean, some people liked it and some people didn't like it. That's how life is. Boost mode activated. Hey, what I'm doing, idiot! No! The Chinese game is here. I mean, I think Sony gave it so much screen time because, I mean, let's be honest, what they showed, what Hello Games showed was pretty cool. Like, I was interested in No Man's Sky. I was like, holy shit, this is pretty cool. They just kind of fucked it up. Wait up 5 seconds. Yes, again, 5 seconds. The updating is... Am I here? The updating is so slow, I think because I'm streaming online. So, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna end the stream. So hopefully Neo will be updating faster. And I will be back streaming when I can play Neo. So, really sorry. Thanks a lot for watching. And like always, you'll see me next time. And hopefully that will be in a couple of minutes. Because I want to play Neo.